Welcome to Moonstone Update. I'm Mark Beshard, the Managing Editor of Moonstone Publications. This is an overview of some of the stories we've covered over the past week, but first, please hit the subscribe button and share this video with your friends and colleagues. 15,000 Rand, that's the most you'll be able to claim from SARS if you install solar panels on the roof of your home. Details of the government's Rooftop solar incentive scheme were announced during the budget this week, and the one-year incentive is less than many were expecting. The rebate applies only to new and unused solar panels. Body corporates do not qualify for the rebate. Response has been more positive to the government's decision to expand the tax incentive available for businesses to promote renewable energy. The current Section 12B incentive allows businesses to deduct the costs of qualifying investments over 1 year or 3 years. The expanded incentive will enable businesses to claim a deduction of 125% in the first year for all renewable energy projects, with no thresholds on generation capacity. Solar panel theft is the latest lucrative line of shady business for South Africa's enterprising criminals. A private security company says solar panels are being stolen from rooftops while homeowners are at work. Our columnist Paul Kruger looks at what you should consider when insuring solar panels and what you can do to prevent them from being stolen. There were no unpleasant surprises in the budget for individual taxpayers. The taxable income brackets were adjusted by 4.9% to account for inflation. For the first time in many years, the retirement withdrawal tables were amended, enabling members to take 10% more as a tax-free lump sum. The transfer duty table was also adjusted by 10%, raising the threshold to 1,100,000 Rand. The change to tax legislation could see individual policyholder funds, such as endowment policies, facing a higher tax burden for an assessed loss. The Income Tax Act was amended to limit companies to the hire of 1 million Rand and 80% of the amount of its taxable income that can be set off. A company will therefore generally pay corporate income tax on 20% of its current year taxable income. The life insurance industry has been vocal about the restriction and the impact it may have on its clients, particularly those with individual policyholder funds. The FSCA has published the final version of a guidance notice on how intermediaries may be remunerated when a member's interest is transferred from one retirement annuity fund to another. The authority's responses to the industry's comments on the notice clarify how Section 14(7) of the Pension Funds Act should be applied, together with the regulations to the Long-Term Insurance Act and the General Code of Conduct. TymeBank is the cheapest bank if you don't conduct any cash transactions, according to Solidarity's latest annual banking charges report. This year's survey included a new category for purely online banking services. The comparison takes into account only 14 digital transactions and monthly administration fees. It also assumes that all debit orders and internet bank payments are external, to put these banks on an equal footing with the traditional banks. A severance package isn't necessarily compulsory if you're offered suitable alternative employment as a result of the retrenching employer's efforts. Waxman's attorneys considers the implications of a decision by the Labour Court involving the application of Section 41(4) of the Basic Conditions of Employment Act. That's all we have for this week. You can read these stories and many more on our website, moonstone.co.za. Until next time, here's wishing you all the best from the team at Moonstone Information Refinery.